Howdy, hey cowpokes, welcome back to another Outlast Trials video. Today we are going to be checking out Season 4 of the Outlast Trials. It did just come out yesterday, July 15th of 2025. It is now Wednesday, July 16th, and I'm just now getting to play it. That's okay. It's still release week. I'm very excited. We are going to go over the patch notes, all about the season, the updates, the new prime asset, or should I say the new 2 conjoined prime assets, okay, because we technically are getting 2 new ones. A conjoined prime asset, we're going to be checking out the new catalog, the new DLC packs, and all the bugs and fixes for this. But first things first, I want to check out the trailer. Because the one that's posted on with the patch notes is like a cinematic gameplay trailer, and I just want to show you the regular gameplay or the regular cinematic trailer. It is Project Diarchy. My brain looks at this word and wants to say something stupid every time. Even though I know it's Diarchy, because it's not Diarchy. That sounds fucking stupid. But anyways, we have a brand new Season 4, not just a little update. We have a big mega, this is a big mega update. This is the first, and we're getting double prime assets, like I said, a conjoined prime asset. This is the first update with a new prime asset since Franco, when he came out last July in 2024. So, I am very excited to share and show. Let's go over to the gameplay screen here.
Look into the eyes of a friend, a sibling, a partner, a lover. That person is capable of anything. Lies, violence, infidelity, murder. A pessimist might account for this by humanity's inherent cruelty.
Vile beast!
An optimist may think it only demonstrates the plasticity of our identities.
Only beasts are burden, needing leadership.
A new archetype has arrived. Forebears of tradition, an enduring moral order, forced into shadows by the circumstances of their biology, elevated to wealth and power by sheer force of will. Otto and Aurora Cress.
Sister dear.
Yes, lover?
These rough beasts would like to make our acquaintance.
2 very different kinds of genius. Her gifted in chemistry. Him gifted in politics. Opposite and complementary tools of manipulation. Always watching. Never out of reach. The fountainhead of a medicated and managed future. Look into the eyes of a friend. Look into a mirror. Know that you are capable of anything except choice.
Oh my god. I have so much to say. So in this video, we are going to be dissecting the patch notes. The next video will be strictly focusing on the catalog and all of the kind of new changes, and then the video after will be focusing on the actual new map, looking at the details and the trials. So what we're going to do now is focus on the patch notes. Me saying focus 30 times. There's a lot. There is a lot of changes that are happening. There is a lot of new things. Obviously, as you can tell in the trailer, we get 2 new prime assets. We are not only getting one, we're getting two, and we're getting a conjoined craziness called the Crest Twins. If you guys don't know anything about the Outlast lore or anything, I recommend checking out Gaming Harry on YouTube. That is where he has huge deep dives on all the Outlast trials, all the Outlast games. He breaks down the entire lore in timeline order, in separate videos, however you want to look at it. But the Crest is in charge of Crest Chemicals. Short end of it is they're in charge of kind of manufacturing the chemicals for the storyline. So we not only are getting these two prime assets, they are conjoined twins, Otto and Aurora. Aurora looks fucked up, and Otto is looking like a Teddy Roosevelt ass bitch, you know? So, with that being said, we are basically getting 360 degree view with these prime assets, which is going to make it a lot harder for the gameplay. I'm excited to see all the details of it. We'll dive into, if you want to see the gameplay trailer, you can check that out. That's right here. When we scroll, we're gonna skip that. So here's some hot fix patch notes. We're not gonna check this out right now. We are gonna focus solely on season 4. But yeah, the Crest Twins, they look crazy. Once we get in the trial, we'll really check out the details of them. We'll let them kind of kill Stony and I, and we'll see how their like damage if we get damage taken by them and how it affects us. Looking forward to. So the new season upon us. This seasonal update welcomes our new prime asset Otto and Aurora to the Sinala facility. My brain cannot talk today. And they bring with them devastating buzzsaw takedowns, incapacitating toxic attacks, and a precise 360 vision. Right here. They stalk the shopping mall, which is the grand intersection of American culture and capitalism commerce, and our new trial environment. New map. Lose yourself in 2 new MK challenges, a revamped and deepened rebirth system, and additional DLC cosmetics and more. So this update includes the new prime assets, Otto and Aurora Crest, a new trial environment, the shopping mall, new trial, kill the politician, new MK challenges, get out the vote and sentence the prosecuted, new limited time event, Crest Twins, new deluxe catalog, Project Diarchy, Rebirth is reopened to all agents. If you don't know, Rebirth has been closed ever since the Amelia update. It basically was kind of the same map over and over. It gave you different endings. That was the only thing. I'm very excited to see what the new Rebirth is going to look like. We can now join in progress matchmaking, new DLC packs, and then other bugs and improvements. This is the trailer specifically for the gameplay. We watched the cinematic prime assets. So if you wanted to watch that, you can go watch that. So here's a little bit more about Otto and Aurora Crest. Otto and Aurora are the shameful secret of the Crest family dynasty. Sycons to an industrial chemical fortune, twisted geniuses of chemistry and politics. Their narcissistic entitlement fuels an overwhelming ire for those uncultured, masked, physically blessed by so-called normalcy. Raised in secrecy, their relationship festered into a codependent affair of incest, murder, and true love. If you didn't get the section where she said, yes, lover, like, come on. The Crest Twins lord over the shopping mall, where they will do anything to stop Reagents from sabotaging their political rally and the latest trial, kill the politician. So Otto is very much Teddy Roosevelt style politics, and Aurora is what would be the chemist. Like, as you can tell, her arm is over here. She has a vial here that she can throw. He obviously has this big buzzsaw, chainsaw that can kill us, and her other appendage is all the way over here. Yet she is backwards on him. She's facing this way, and he's facing this way. So the 360 degrees is quite crazy. The new shopping mall environment, a consumerist wonder of the world. The shopping mall is a living museum in celebration of the power and imperative, if I could read properly, of purse. What you own is who you are, and so come on and purchase the person you want to be. I am very excited to see all of the little hidden details that are going to be in this. They look crazy right here, as well as the new trial Kill the Politician that's going to be in the shopping mall as well. Looks pretty crazy. Our union is rooted in liberty born from the intersection of commerce and politics, where every citizen has the rights they can afford. Vote with your wallet and show us the freedom you deserve. How on brand, to be honest. The new MK challenge, get out the vote. It's time to get out the vote, and we can't trust a politician across the street by himself. Escort our candidate door to door and bang to the polling station. Make sure he comes out a winner, even if it means twisting a few arms. Interesting. New MK challenge, sentence the prosecuted. They call it a sentence because a few choice words can condemn a human to death. Decipher the charges, pin it to the defendant, and make sure that it sticks. New event, the Crest Twins. We welcome our new Prime assets with a tour of the facilities. For a limited time, Otto and Aurora Crest will be present in all of the trials of the Crest Twins therapy. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Not me like kind of matching the pink that's going on in here, but I really love this artwork. I really do. I love how her arms kind of coming up here, the rings, the K. His suit is really cool. Like, I'm really enjoying this entire setup. The new deluxe catalog is Project Diarchy. It'll be 10 pages with exclusive cosmetics. Unlock him with the Murkoff coins, and then you get stamps. We know how this goes. Every event update, this is here. So here's the Rebirth reopening to all reagents. After careful consideration, Easterman is reopening the Rebirth to all reagents who deserve it. Rebirth now offers two options. The original Rebirth for solo players, the new Rebirth called Communal Rebirth, which is designed for teams. Interesting. This new Rebirth drops the players in a random trial with 3 unique variators. The Mirror Variator. Let me scroll down here. The Mirror Variator. The perspective of the trial has shifted. All trials now feel completely different. Thank God. I was so sick of playing the original Rebirth, and every map's the same. The ending was the only thing that was different. The Rebirth Variator. It's time to rebuild yourself. Each player must locate their record box hidden in the trial and return it to the drop location near the shuttle. There are also 3 radio frequencies that must be tuned to discover familiar words. These 2 secondary objectives must be completed on top of the regular trial objective and succeed and escape. Basically, kind of what we were doing, but not. I know we were doing the radio frequencies already in the original, but maybe I want to see what the other things they're going to add on to it. The Classified Variator. A surprise variator has been injected into the therapy. You'll discover what it is as you play. You're going to need to adapt or die. Interesting. Survive Rebirth and witness what the reagents become once they return to the outside world. Interesting. Rebirth now requires each member of the group to have 100 Rebirth tokens. I believe it was 20. Yeah, it was 20. It was only 20 Rebirth tokens. It is now possible to stack up 1,000 Rebirth tokens, which is really fucking cool if you just want to do 10 in a row. Rebirth token rewards for completing trials have been revisited. 5 Rebirth tokens per trial and 3 Rebirth tokens per MK challenge. Nice. Tasks associated to successfully completing the new Rebirth protocol are now available. Become reborn and you will be rewarded with a new trophy. And the old ones, if you had not received them in the past, as well as a selection of new exclusive legendary outfits. Sick. I'm very curious to see how the endings are going to be. I'm curious to see how what trials they're going to use or what maps they're going to use for this. Updating the Rebirth is a major W for all of us. So now we have some new DLC packs. We have the Porcelain Observer pack, the Terrified Toddler pack, the World of Heavyweights pack, and the Spelunking for Your Life pack. I love this Snow White esque that we have here. This crazy baby, very wild. Definitely like boxing is what this one looks like, and then this one just, I know spelunking is like cave diving, but this looks absolutely crazy. So there, as always, You can buy these individually. I think there's an entire pack you can buy, or they're separate. It gives you a lot of items. You now have 2 variations of the outfits as usual. And the calendar for season 4 is looking like the Crest Twins, Stamp Surplus, No Running, Confinement, and Dual Objective. This is what it's looking for, the therapy calendar that is going to be happening soon. So for the join in progress via matchmaking, that worked a little bit when we got the update to where you can save your escalation therapy, which is why my escalation therapy is like 5,000 and something at the moment. So I'm curious to see what this is going to be. So it says matchmaking now has the option for you to join trials in progress and will send you directly into the trial. A new privacy option, Fill Trial, is available in the group settings, accessible through the pause menu and social menus, and is set to yes by default. Only the group leader can change this option, and it can only be changed before the trial begins. It will reset to yes when joining a trial using the group finder. Once the trial is completed, players will return with their initial group, if any, before matchmaking occurs. So the dev comment is, we are continuing our efforts to make our matchmaking effective. Joining trials in progress should make the matchmaking practice process faster than before. Which I already thought was pretty faster when it kind of got divvied up into sections in the last update, in the Jaeger update, when it got put into where it could kind of was in categories. So if you're wanting to do escalation, you can pick that. If you're wanting to do an MK trial, you can pick that. It has, I guess I thought it was pretty fast, so I guess they're making that even faster. So this is an update from yesterday at night. They are talking about a hot fix that they need to do, which I'm sure they already fixed by now, about the fill. So here are all the additions, the fixes, the balances, and any other bugs they have fixed. So added the option any program in the group finder screen, which is really lovely because they didn't have that. They didn't have that. They took it away. They took away like just the regular matchmaking. Then they added specific matchmaking. They didn't have it. Then they didn't have an option to choose whatever. Added page 11 to the deluxe catalog for Project Relapse. We'll see what that is if there's an extra page that I haven't gotten yet. Increased XP rewards for daily and weekly tasks. Thank God. Completing one daily task now provides 1 XP. Completing all dailies provide 500. Completing one weekly is 150, and completing all weekly is 1,000. Not like the XP really matters, but it does because majority of people are playing escalation therapy if they're really trying to level up, or playing with teams or groups by themselves. So the trial difficulties are now unlocked by reaching certain reagent levels. Huh? Why would they do that? I mean, I get why they did that, but why would they do that? Introductories at level 1, standards at level 5, intensive is at level 10, and psychosurgery is at level 25. I guess it makes it to where people are having to grind to get that psychosurgery unlocked. That's a little unfortunate, but it says these difficulties unlocks do not reset at relapse. I'm not worried because I'm level like 300 and something, I believe. But anyone starting, I mean, you're really going to have to like, I guess so they know how to play the game and they're not trying to jump in with some high levels. That would be what makes sense, but even then. If you are in a group, the group leader's level must correspond to the difficulty level you wish to play. So if you're in a group, you want somebody who is above level 25. Reworked the Stay Together variator. Let's see what this is about. Increase the distance threshold before damage starts. Thank you! Because we'd barely be away from each other and this shit would start happening. Added a short grace period before it applied. Thank you again. The audio feedback, the ESOP beeping, now plays during the grace period. Good. Electric shock damage no longer interrupts actions. Thank you also. And the barrier has now been re-added to escalation therapy. Boo! Stay Together is my least favorite variator. I absolutely fucking hate it. Least favorite, boo, not a fan. But I'm glad they fixed it to where they at least, like, is somewhat workable. Escalation changes here. We have rebalanced the difficulty curve of escalation's modes progression. Introducing a new escalation variator, Ultra 2, starting at trial number 21. You will get no intel. Assignment details are absent from the trial. no player names, increased threat twos, the maximum pop of brutal enemies, extreme psychosis, X pops won't ignore you anymore while in psychosis, boo. Limited items 3, amount of items found in the trial are extremely limited, and more and deadly traps to max amount of deadly traps. Damn. From trial number 21, players must complete 2 secondary objectives in order to get the bonus upgrade. I kind of like this. I have a love-hate relationship with this. Escalation has been such a great way to level up. It's been such a great way to play. However, when the save came in, there's people that are on like level probably 10,000 by now because I haven't played Outlast in about 3 weeks. And the last time I played, I was on escalation 5,000 and something. The problem with that is like you're either ignoring the secondary objectives at this point, or you are also not really caring. You're just trying to get through this as fast as possible. I like that if you're going to level 21 and above, you will now have to do secondary options, which does make it last a little longer and more things you have to get. The bomb countdown and health sickness has been re-added to escalation, which I don't mind that, actually, because I like the bomb countdown in certain trials and I like the health sickness. I just really hate the stay together. Stacking multiple jumps in a row will now consume more stamina. They caught us. They fucking caught us. They said, we know you dumb idiots are jumping around and not using any stamina. So when you're like level 1 or you don't have anything to use, it basically was like, hey, listen here, you little fucking freaks. We are going to make sure that you are not going to be trying to cheat the system here. Because you could technically jump and jump and jump and jump, and you could be level 1 and you wouldn't use any stamina and you'd kind of be getting a little faster. And that was a way to kind of trick the system into making you move faster. But they have caught us, and now the change has been made to prevent and avoid bunny hopping situations. Exactly, the dev comment right here. They have caught us. They have figured out that we I've been using that. And then there's also other various bug improvements and everything. That is all of the... There's some, like, additional notes that from yesterday and today's... let's see. Up here are hot fixes. Revert matchmaking changes. No more trial fill option right now. Increased release tokens granted. Legacy Reborn trophies will now be granted when you reach the required release count for players who are released at least once prior to version 4.0. For example, if you release your reagent 5 times before 4.0 update, you only need to rebirth and release 5 more times to acquire the Legacy 10 release trophy. Those trophies are granted automatically, no need to go through the task tree system. When completing the new tasks for rebirth, if you had never rebirthed in the past or you reach a certain point in your progress, you will now obtain both old and new trophies as you keep releasing reagents. Nice. Fix the Ultra 2 variator not blocking some item variators from being picked up. It's already limited enough. Fix the focus issue when using a gamepad in group options, submenu, and that is all. But now we are going to go into the Senyala facility. We're gonna dive into the Outlast trials. We are gonna check out the catalog and do some gameplay, looking at the fucking map, looking at the Crest Twins, going absolutely crazy. That'll be on the next video, but thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that stupid bullshit, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, bye-bye!